It's time to get the passports out. Have you ever seen a Mackem in Milan? Just over 4,000 lucky Newcastle United fans are going to be going to the away section at AC Milan. Our first Champions League match in over 20 years. The last time we played in the Champions League all the way back in 2003, we were actually also at the San Siro, taking on Inter Milan in a 2-2 draw. Alan Shearer scoring both of the goals. We had just over 12,000 Newcastle fans behind the goal. Some of those fans that attended that game are going to be returning to the San Siro after waiting 20 years. What a surreal moment that must have been for them. And for us as well. You tell me 2 years ago when the takeover first happened, honestly, would Newcastle be in the Champions League this soon? In a group, by the way, with AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund and PSG. Quite literally probably the best group stage you will ever see in the Champions League. 4 class teams battling out. Newcastle are honestly taking on the world's best. Our first game in Italy against the 7 times Champions League winners AC Milan. I'm here on this video today after doing quite a bit of research as supporting supporters groups. I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about this trip. And this is also a first for me, by the way, in regards to making this kind of tour video. We have safety warnings. I must say it now, there are some safety precautions going into this game, which I'm going to explain shortly. I want to make it as clear as possible. You have to be careful at this game. Last thing I'm going to do is to see some fans get into trouble. But for me, I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about the trip. I know for some people going there as well. We're going to have hundreds of Newcastle fans in the home section because they couldn't get in the way ticket. We're going to have thousands of people watching the match outside the stadium and pubs. I'm going to tell you everything going on with the game, where you should be on the day of the match, what Newcastle fans are doing, and also what things do you need to avoid as well, because there are quite a few safety issues. But in regards to me, of course, I'm going to be there. I'm heading across on Sunday just after the Brentford match. So you guys are new around here, make sure I get down there, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of the content when I go across to Italy. There's going to be loads of videos planned. Secondly, if you like the video, make sure to smash the like button. If you have any questions, any queries, let me know. I'll try my best to get back to audience. Without further ado, we'll get through the safety warnings first, and then we'll tell you all the fan events afterwards. Do not, I repeat, do not go to Pizzar Ericsson before or after the game. Newcastle have actually put out a club statement going through the key details for AC Milan, and they've been told from the Italian authorities that that area is off limit for Newcastle fans. It's dangerous. They're being told not to do it. It's the only key area in Milan that's been deemed dangerous, but regardless, for Newcastle fans, there's a heads up now. It's an area that we've been outright told not to go to. And as for our bits and bobs, I had a chance to speak to Newcastle United supporters club. So these are the individuals who have actually been organising fan meetups for Milan. Now, the reason why I mention them early now is because, well, they've had a chance to speak to our supporters groups in the Premier League. For example, Liverpool played at Milan in the Champions League group stage last season. 2 seasons ago, Manchester United played AC Milan in the Europa League quarter-final. They've had a chance to speak to people who've already been to Milan before, personal experiences. And every single supporters group they've spoken to has said that there's been hassle. There's always been conflict, there's always been fights, there's always been something going on. So a massive heads up now, historically at this fixture of Premier League matches, there's always been people fighting. So for you guys watching this video, last thing I want to do is for you to be that person. Don't get that stadium banned, don't get arrested in Italy. Last thing you want to do is to miss your Champions League matches. So be careful. Obviously, be wary. When you're drinking alcohol, just keep your wits about you. Even when you're going into the stadium now, there's some things that are different for Premier League matches now. Things like power banks have actually been said in this stadium guide that the Italian police will actually take things like this off you. Now, I think I'm a good example for this because I make YouTube videos. I need to use my phone a lot. Therefore, my battery goes down quite a bit. So even for me now, I'm probably going to have to go to the Apple shop and buy the Apple charger that sticks to the back of your phone. Just something that's not a power bank. So be careful because the Italian authorities do tend to nick quite a lot of things off you when you're going into the stadium. So definitely something you should watch out for. As for the fans who are actually attending the games, anyone that is going into the ground, passport is the only form of ID that actually works going into the stadium. Driving licenses don't work, nothing in your phone works. It has to be your passport when you're going into the ground. They're very strict with searches, they're very strict with checking ID. Even my ticket has my name on it, so for people that are going to the game, it has to be passports only, and things like power banks will actually get taken off you. We will get through the rest of Newcastle United's club statement regarding key details for the Milan fixture now before we then go into fan meetups and plans after that. Now, some things that Newcastle pointed out, well, one of them being that once you actually enter the turnstile Milan, it can still take up to a 50-minute wait just to go up the spiral slope to get inside the ground. Tower 3, you got to go to the top stand of the San Siro. So you're being advised to attend at least 1 hour before kickoff. As for toilets, now there are 8 female toilets in the stadium in our section for 4,000 fans. And there are 12 urinals and 4 cubicles for the boys, so 16 toilets in total. It's fair to say it's pretty scarce, so anyone that is drinking beforehand, good luck. And as for drinking, the alcohol, of course, is banned in the stadium. Some other things as well, after the game, just like any Champions League match, even this happened to Benfica pre-season last year, so the security will actually purposely keep away fans back for quite a large period of time. They've been taught that it's going to be 30 minutes long, but it's likely that it's actually going to be 60 minutes long, so you've got to wait an hour after the game with no power bank, so you can't even charge your phone. Which I think is a bit of a problem because, well, let's say someone needs to get back to the hotel or something after the game and you've got no battery on your phone. I mean, that can be a bit of a safety concern. But ultimately, I don't make the rules. That's what's happening. I think for the key details, I've put across the large majority of the key ones you need to know. There it is. That's all of the details regarding the match itself out of the way. I think you guys have came for this part of the video. Just what plans are going on with the fans. Where can fans go before the match? What are fans doing for the game? Is Newcastle United involved? I've had quite a few questions from people asking, well, are Newcastle United doing any meet and greets with legends? Are they doing anything with the club now? Straight away, no. You got to be respectful with the club as well. Obviously, they're coming across Italy, Germany and France to play Champions League matches. They are 3 huge matches where we have to have our full focus. And then Eddie Howe, the players, the club has to have the full mindset onto those matches. They don't have time, unlike someone like pre-season where they can actually have events run, they can't have legends there. It's a thing where it would have been nice to do, but ultimately the club's focus on the matches. That's the smart thing. What would you rather have, guys? A fan meet-up, or would you rather actually try and win the game? It's a bit of a difference between the two. So the club have got the full focus on it. But as I mentioned before, the Newcastle United Supporters Club have actually been able to run some stuff. So on the day of the match, from 10 AM in the morning, there are bars, nightclubs, whatever you want. It's open in Nauvoo, Grand Canal. That's the place where Newcastle United fans will be meeting up. The supporters club has spoken to the Italian police, has spoken to Northumbria police. That's the area in the match that's probably going to be the safest for Newcastle fans, I would say. That's our key area. There'll be thousands of fans along the canal. There's all sorts of bars there. And I think before the game, 10 in the morning, wow, oh, that's going to be an early start. But for Newcastle fans, that seems to be the best bet on the game. I think that's where at least a decent amount of fans are going to go. There will be thousands of people there. So get down there, enjoy yourself. That's where I'm going to be on the day of the game. I'll be doing my videos there. You can take your flags there as well and stick them in the canal. You can see the supporters club's got the Have You Seen a Mac in Milan there. Quite a good flag, to be fair. But that's probably the key area to go to. You get the bars sorted there. I've done it before a few times where you go abroad and there's Newcastle fans sitting along the bars. It is actually unreal. I can't recommend it. So if you get a chance to do so, go there. That is the main plan on the day of the game. What Newcastle fans are doing there, going to the Grand Canal before the match. That's where fans are going to congregate, and eventually they'll probably all head off towards the stadium afterwards. I think I've covered more or less it there, to be honest. I think that's everything you kind of need to know. Now, I know some people are probably going to ask, well, Adam, what's going on the day before the game? I haven't talked about that. And the reason why I haven't mentioned that was because, well, nothing officially has been put out from anyone. So chances are, once people head across there on the Sunday or the Monday morning, I think people will then put some tweets out, or let's meet up here. But chances are, just go to the canal again. I think the canal seems to be the safest point. Newcastle fans can watch the game there on the match if some people are going just to enjoy the experience. It'll be a great experience. I'll recommend you do that if I had to give you any pointers to take. Obviously, Milan and PSG, those two in particular, are dangerous matches. Those two teams do not mess around. Dortmund will be fighting, do anything in Dortmund. But Italy and France notoriously have bad fans when it comes towards the English. So definitely be careful, keep your wits about you, stay out of trouble. Last thing you're going to do is get arrested or get a stadium ban in Italy. Not be ideal for you. So just be careful. It sounds like I'll be a bit patronising telling you guys what to do, especially when somebody's watching it. I'm going to be way older than me. But it's just a case where you take it on board, you go to the match, enjoy yourselves. I think we'll all have a great time. I'm hoping we do well. Let me know your thoughts on this video. By the way, want me to do the same for Dortmund and PSG when those two come out, because I know fans will be quite eager about those as well. But that's Milan, done and dusted. We'll go across there on Sunday. I can't wait. Plenty of videos on the channel, guys. Stick around for it. Take care. We're all going to Milan. Let's go, baby.